Ben knocked at May's office door, and she turned away from her computer and said, "Come in." He came in, and he said, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And May said, "Sure, what can I do for you?" And Ben reached into his pocket, and he pulled out a letter, and he said, "I got this letter, but I can't read it." And May kind of laughed and said, "You can't read?" And he said, "No, no, I can read, no problem, but I can't read Japanese, and the letter is written in Japanese." Usually, when I get a letter from someone in Japanese, I have an application on my smartphone, and I hold the smartphone above the letter, and the application translates the letter into English. But for some reason, with this letter, the application doesn't work. And May said, "Sure, let me have a look." And Ben handed her the letter, and she opened it, and she started to read it. And then she said, "Oh, I understand why you can't read it. Your machine's not working. The letter is written in a very strong dialect. It's from your friend, Hiro." Ben explained that last summer he went to Osaka to look at buildings, and while he was there he met a man named Hiro. Hiro was very kind, and he showed around Osaka. He showed Ben all around Osaka, and he introduced him to many different buildings. Hiro even showed him the building that he was working on, and it was because of Hiro that Ben was able to see all sorts of different structures in Osaka, and it was a very interesting trip. May continued, and she explained that Hiro wants to come and visit you, and he wants to know when is a good time. He says that he hoped you enjoyed your time in Osaka, and he was very happy to show you around to all the different buildings. He's finished the project that he was working on then, and he's moved on to a new building. Oh, and he says that he hopes to come next summer, and he wants to know if that's okay. Well, Ben thought it was a great idea. And he told May that he has spare room in his house where he kept his drafting table and did all his homework. And Hiro could sleep in that room, and that way he wouldn't have to pay for a hotel. And then Ben asked May for a favor. He said, "Could you write him back in Japanese?" And May said, "Well, no, I think you can write the letter, and I think you can write the letter in English. And your friend Hiro can take the letter and find someone in Kansai who reads English and tell him what it says." Ben started to laugh, and he said, "Yes, I think he probably can find someone who speaks English. I'll write them in English. But when he writes me back, is it okay if I come back and get you to help me translate the letter again?" And she said, "Sure, I'll be happy to help." Questions. Question number 1. Does May know Ben very well? Question number 2. What is May's job? Question number 3. What does Ben study? Question number 4. Did Hiro graduate from university? Question number 5. What does Hiro do for a job? Question number 6. Why does Ben want Hiro to stay in his apartment?